This has to be the most fun-filled, the most exciting game of the IPL so far. Gujarat Titans versus Mumbai Indians at the Wankhede Stadium. And many reasons for me to call it the most exciting game. Even though we've had one super over in this IPL, even though we had an amazing game where Punjab defended 111 runs, but I'll put this game at the numero uno spot simply because the amount of twists and turns this game had. How many twists and turns? To start with, 155 is what Mumbai Indians made. That in itself was a big twist because on Wankhede, Mumbai are dangerous. It's a good batting track, and on that track, for Gujarat to have restricted Mumbai, you thought Gujarat would have won it easily. But that wasn't the case. Mumbai continued to fight throughout this game, and then there were two rain interruptions. To begin with, when Gujarat was batting, rain kept coming. There wasn't an interruption, but rain kept coming, and at all situation over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you had a situation where on Duckworth Lewis, Mumbai Indians were ahead despite only scoring 155. Then you had the first rain interruption. At that situation, 6 overs to go, but the Gujarat team were 4 runs ahead of the required run rate, and they would have wanted that the rain continue. They would have won. But then another turn came about. The game started, rain stopped, game started, and then with just 2 overs to go, rain came back again, and this time it was the Mumbai Indians that were ahead on the Duckworth Lewis system, 4 runs ahead on that situation. And Mumbai thought the game is done and dusted. Rain was heavy. You're not going to have any more overs. But then guess what? Another twist. Rain stopped. And instead of 20, you had 19. 15 needed of the last over, and Gujarat win it from there on the last ball, which could have been a run out. It could have gone into super over. So many twists and turns. That in itself makes it the most exciting game. And as always, I've said, low scoring games are far more exciting than games that see lots of 6s and 4s. Whenever there's even competition between bat and ball, that I think is the best game. Let's take a look at Mumbai, and we'll talk about Hardik Pandya's captaincy. You know, Mumbai did many things right to fight for that 155, and I think it was a good call by Hardik Pandya to ensure that when they came back, 6 overs to go, he bowled the 2 overs of Jasprit Bumrah. At that time they were behind in that stage, but 2 overs of Jasprit Bumrah, 1 of Trent Bolt, 3 wickets in that stage really got Mumbai Indians back. So that was smart strategy by Mumbai Indians and Hardik Pandya. But what that did was, when you came back, 1 over was to be bowled. You were left with very few choices. But I think that's where Hardik made a mistake. You gave the over to a Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar, usually known just for his swing bowling, not a death bowler. Hardik, on the other hand, has bowled in the death and has been very successful. You know, the World Cup comes to your mind when he was bowling for India, did so well. He's used to such extra pressure situations as well. Yes, did not have a great day. Leaked 18 runs in the 1 over he had bowled earlier in the game. But on this situation, you probably needed the experience, the calmness, and the skill of a Hardik Pandya to bowl that last over and defend 15. Maybe they would have, but I think that's where Mumbai Indians made a big blunder. What did Gujarat do? I think for Gujarat, this is one of the most positive wins. Not just where it takes them into the points table, that I'll get to a little later, because now they are on top, tied with RCB on points. But I think 2 really important things have happened for Gujarat, which now makes them title favourites. One, their fast bowlers had been doing well in Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, but one thing that's really come as a positive for them, Sai Kishore, who had been their standout bowler, somehow or the other, the captain in Shubman Gill wasn't instilling a lot of faith in him. Last few games, he was hardly getting any overs to bowl, maybe 1 over on certain stage, that too maybe the last over. This time he got his full quota of 4 overs, was outstanding with the ball, picked up 2 wickets. So Sai Kishore getting into form, he was always in form, but the faith that the captain has gotten back into Sai Kishore is important, because you'll need him in good form if you want to win the title or at least play the final. The second big advantage, Rashid Khan. Yes, he's had 1 good game previously in the IPL as well, but this game he really looked like the Rashid Khan of old. Very tough to score off, picked up a wicket too. So their spinners really firing now alongside their fast bowler. One of the biggest positives for Gujarat. The second big positive is their lower order finishing the game. Up until now, it had been their top order. This game is the very first game in this IPL where one from their top three did not bat till the 17th over. All other games, one from the top three had batted. This was the very first game where not even one of the top three got a 50. Otherwise, every game, one of the top three was getting a 50. This time, no 50, and yet they ended up on the winning side. This will give a lot of confidence to the lower order as well of Gujarat, and that will allow them to finish more games. Their top order has been firing, but if the lower order comes to the party as it did today with small little contributions, I think these are two big positives for Gujarat. Now they're sitting with 16 points, 3 games still to go. Even if they win 1 out of the 3, which they ideally should, they qualify for the top 4, easily placed. So I think no doubt of them qualifying for top 4 exists now. But they'd be fighting for top 2. So they would want to win all 3. If not 3, even if they win 2 out of the 3, they should finish in the top 2. And that is what Gujarat should be aiming at. For Mumbai, it gets tricky. I had been pointing this out on our broadcast in Sports Today that Mumbai are having a 6-game winning streak, but they might run into trouble towards the end. They'll have tougher games. And that is what has been the case. Their winning streak has been broken by Gujarat. The next 2 games are also tricky encounters versus Punjab as well as Delhi. Even if you give them the favourite stag versus Delhi, who are underperforming, they still get to 16. 16 points may not be enough to take them to the top 4. They'll need some sort of favours from other teams as well. Punjab look like the tougher team at the Dharamshala Stadium when they'll be facing Mumbai. So all in all, if you take a look at it right now, it gets very tricky for Mumbai. If they want to be 100% sure, they'll have to win both the games, beat Punjab and Delhi to qualify. If they lose one, I'm afraid it'll be very tough, and then they'll have to rely on other teams and win at least 1 game. Do give us a like on the video if you enjoy our analysis and our content. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today.